Hey folks, Cloud Ace MC here. Uh, just wanted to make a little video. I'm extremely bored. It's 11:02. My roommates are all asleep, and I just kind of wanted to level with you. I'm not a very good YouTuber. I don't have any spare income to put into this. I'm on disability in Ontario, Canada. It's hard being a Canadian. It's even harder being a disabled Canadian. The rent on this apartment's $15.50 a month. I had to get two roommates. For the first while, I was paying the majority, about 1,000, and I get 1,300 basically. And now I pay a little, 555. I'll be honest. I pay 555 for rent each month. And you think it would be easier, but it's not. Having two roommates is not easy. I miss being able to have my own place, even if it was just an apartment without a yard. But I really like to grow things, so I really do like having a yard. And I don't really like living alone because I have night terrors, and those can cause me to leave the house in my sleep with no control over what I do. In my younger days, I actually left my apartment and traveled to my mom's, and I remember almost being hit by a cab. I'm just lucky he noticed me wandering across the road, and the next thing I remember, I woke up at my mom's the next day. But I do like my freedom. I do like not having to deal with others' drama. Uh, so I'm a little depressed. I've been depressed for some time, and it's steadily been getting worse. I plan on to go see a doctor. I promised my sister I would. Uh, so payday, that's gonna happen. I might try to get back on some of the medication for my ADHD. That might help me actually be a little more productive in these videos. But that's always been a fight. It's really hard for me to be in a doctor's office. It's really hard to me to sit with a doctor. It's just incredibly hard. I don't like being in the privacy of a doctor. I don't like the way they treat you because they know they can. Some doctors do take advantage of that wall of privacy, and I've never dealt with it very well, not even in hospitals. I'd rather have a record of good treatment than no record at all. And yeah, so it's terribly hard for me. You know, I wish I could just whip out my cell phone and be like, "Hey doc, I'm recording this for my own peace of mind, and so that I know I'm getting good, fair treatment." But that's just not the way it goes. So like, I've been trying to make this YouTube thing work. Uh, for me, it's always been about the hope that I could make a little extra income on disability. Being that I'm not terribly great at anything, uh, I've got a bad hip. I don't want to go get surgery on it right now. I want to tough it out for as long as I can. Maybe even grind it down to the point where I can just live with it. And just not a big fan of having anybody stick a chunk of metal in me. If you're going to repair a human, do it with human parts. Enough said. And yeah, so I've been trying to like get my hours up on YouTube, but besides little cat videos, which really don't count towards that, you know, I'm at a loss. Like, if if I had an income, I'd probably do a lot of really silly, stupid stuff. Like I've thought about like my lighter and like setting up a motor and setting up a friction system to see like how much friction would it take to make it explode, or is it going to burn through the plastic case, or what kind of scenarios could we just have with just lighters and a little motor and some bands, you know? And I've had lots of little ideas like that, and I just let them fizzle and burn out in my head. I've really got to start like making little snippet recordings just for myself. I'm not terribly big on handwriting. I have what's called small motor movement skills problems. I've had them since I was a little kid. They recognized that in kindergarten, but failed to do anything about it. Like it never got any better. Even now, my hand here holding the phone, I have to constantly back off on grip strength. It feels like my grip goes out of control, my hand gets numb, and my muscles get tight. And same thing when I'm holding a pencil. It's just the longer I'm holding it, the incredibly harder it is to get my hand to do what I want. Typing and using a mouse isn't incredibly bad, but even now I find myself gripping the side of the mouse too hard, which is just, yeah, I don't understand it. But I don't understand my brain. It's pretty shot up there. Yeah, hard road. Uh, so I've just been like battling with YouTube here, trying to figure out, what can somebody who's stuck in their room with very, we're not even going to call it very limited, we're going to call it minus funds. Like, honestly, uh, I'm a good $10,000 behind on the catch up game. Like, if I was gonna, if someone sat down with me and they're like, how much would you really need to get your life back and on track? I wouldn't lie, I'd be like 10, maybe 15K. I don't remember the last time I bought myself a piece of clothing. Uh, there's so many little things that I could use that would just be quality of life enhancement, especially for someone that has two options: lay down or stand. Sitting just not an option with how bad my hip is. When I sit, it goes into a deep groove, and pulling that back out means running it over all the nerves. And yeah, I reserve sitting for only the utmost important of tasks. So that's hard. And kind of lost my train of thought. That's been happening a lot. I have a hard time getting out some words. But yeah, I've been just fighting on what to do or how to do it. And if I had my own place, it might be different. Like, uh, I thought of some like really silly videos, like me versus the TV. Basically, I was thinking like next time a TV burns out or is close to dying, I'd get some boxing gloves on and just box the TV. I know it's silly, but I think it could be just silly interesting, and it's not something that would catch everyone's fancy. But I still have a belief that it would be more entertaining than a Logan Paul Tyson fight. So I still have some humor. uh, like even the other day, actually, I heated up some water to make a coffee, and I put the whitener in first in the super heated water, and that's the first time I've seen a coffee whitener volcano. So that could be interesting. I could probably do that now. Just need to next time I have a brand new jar, I guess if I make it down to shopping, which I'm probably gonna do, if they have any mason jars, I'll get a new mason jar and I'll try it out. Maybe buy some tinfoil so I don't make too much of a mess. Make a little tinfoil basin with a tinfoil background would probably look pretty cool. And that'd just be for fun. And I can't see how I'm stretching that over a minute, you know, to make actual content. But I guess the real thing is I have to learn how to edit. And I guess I have to just suck it up that I can't afford an editor, and I'd have to do it with some sort of free editing software. And yeah, for someone with small motor movement skills problems, learning disabilities, the fact that I have a hard time understanding some language, reading some words, all those thrown in, lazy eye, that's just yeah, it makes everything a little more difficult. And then just being depressed most of the time, having to fight that off, it makes it complicated. And like the fact that I can get maybe 10 views on a video, it's quite discouraging. And I have to keep telling myself, like, it's okay, you're making crappy videos, this is what you should expect. This is exactly what you should expect. You shouldn't expect big views on something that was super low effort and is quite frankly garbage. So, I guess I can say I probably have that crown out of most YouTubers. I probably have the most trash videos, as in boring and kind of trash. So maybe I do have a crown somewhere. But I'm struggling. Like, I can't remember the last time I have even washed my glasses and put them on. It's probably been a month, 2 months. I should wear them. I struggle with moving forward sometimes and doing yeah. But I'm gonna keep trying. I'm trying to stay positive. I just wanted to make this video just to snap my boredom a little bit, and to the 5 or so people who watch my content, and to like however many make it to the end, thank you. If you watched even 5 minutes of this video and you skipped to the end and you've seen this, thank you. It means more to me than, how do I put this? If you watched even 5 minutes of this video, let alone 13 minutes and 51 seconds or however long it's going to be by the time I finish this, it leaves me without words.